Number 10. Invisible Ink. Invisible Ink from Clay Entertainment is a rare turn-based stealth game which sounds like it shouldn't work, but it does incredibly well. It released in 2014 and nothing quite like it has appeared since, showing just how unique this is. You are a handler for secret agents who must infiltrate areas to find information, items, or even other agents to help bolster your chances at the all-important final mission. Each turn, your agents have a set amount of actions, but you also need to make sure they aren't seen where they shouldn't be. The turn-based nature means you need to plan well ahead, and with agents gone forever, if they die you need to be careful. This is one for strategy fans and those who want a slower paced stealth experience that takes a lot of thought to be good at. It's on PC, PS4, iOS and Switch. Number 9. Mark of the Ninja. Another game from Clay Entertainment, who are stealth specialists. Mark of the Ninja is the best 2D stealth game you will find. It's a platformer that is all about remaining stealthy, which is such a simple concept that it's amazing more games like this don't exist. But since launching in 2012, nothing has stopped it. You platform across perfectly crafted 2D levels that have areas of light and dark. In the former, you can be seen by enemies, while in the latter, you can get up close and personal to take them out without alerting anyone else. It becomes as much of a puzzle game as a platformer at times, but it works incredibly well with some fantastic pacing. It's one for those who want a simple but fun stealth experience or who prefer 2D games. It's on PC, PS4 and Switch. Number 8. Thief 2: The Metal Age. Initially released in 2000, Thief 2 is considered by many to be the greatest stealth game ever made, but 24 years later it doesn't quite hold up as well as one might hope. Developed by Looking Glass Studios, it's the game that defined the genre and set many of the standards still used today. You play a thief and are dropped into massive levels that have multiple ways of going about them. You'll need to sneak around, avoiding detection, and eventually steal whatever your target is. If you've played a modern 3D stealth game, then you'll know what to expect, as most of them took the same formula and iterated on it. These days it's a bit janky, but it's worth playing if you want to see the origins of the genre or have fond memories. It's on PC. Number 7. A Plague Tale: Innocence. There aren't many games set in 14th century France during the 100 Years' War, but one of them is one of the best narrative stealth games ever, and its sequel is just as good as well. Developed by Asobo Studio and released in 2019, it features one of the best stories you'll find in games. 15-year-old Amisha de Rune escapes from troops along with her 5-year-old brother, who is ill. She's trying to take him to a doctor, but if they are captured, they are killed on the spot. And there's a ton of rats running around spreading the plague, so it's not a great place to be. You guide the pair as they escape, avoiding detection and remaining stealthy throughout as the narrative unfolds. The story is obviously more nuanced, but you want to go in as blind as possible to get the best experience. It's one for fans of a good story, or those who find the setting interesting, and it's on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS and Switch. Number 6. Dishonored. Dishonored is a rare first-person stealth game, but also one that you can play as more of an action game should you wish. Released in 2012 from the now legendary Arcane Studios, Dishonored is a game that puts you in exciting situations with a ton of toys and lets you have some fun. Set in a steampunk-style plague-ridden world, you play a bodyguard who has been framed for the murder of an empress and start on a quest to get revenge on those who framed you, but the story is secondary to actually playing. You can run around stabbing people in plain sight, use your magic to outmaneuver them, or, as is perhaps the best way to play, stealthy move around and take enemies out silently. It really is a big stealthy playground to have fun at, and it can be incredibly satisfying. If you want a fun stealthy sandbox with a decent enough story, this is the one for you, and it's on PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox and Xbox One. Number 5. Assassin's Creed Mirage. Sure, the Assassin's Creed games may not really be true stealth games these days, usually taking on more of a traditional action-adventure style, but you can be sneaky if you want, and being an assassin is usually all about stealth, so it's included in the list. The most recent game is Mirage, a game that took the series back to its roots and is much smaller than the massive RPG-like games that came before it. Set in 9th century Baghdad, It focused more on the traditional stealth and parkour gameplay of the early games, making it a solid choice for this list as arguably the best stealth game in the series. It was developed by Ubisoft Bordeaux, being the studio's first full game, and was a highlight of 2023's release calendar. Fans of the series will love this, and if you want a historical stealth game, this is your best option. It's on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and even iOS. Number 4. Hitman World of Assassination. If you want a sandbox game where you are given a ton of fun toys and gadgets and a target to assassinate how you see fit, this is literally the perfect game. After years of refining the formula across 3 Hitman games, IO Interactive bundled all the best bits into one package, and this is IT. This collection is technically Hitman 3, but was rebranded in 2023 to add content from the previous games, making it the definitive Hitman experience and everything you could want from a modern-day stealth game. You are given a target and dropped into massive and stunning levels, free to complete the mission in any way you can. Every single scenario has multiple ways of pulling it off, and a lot of the time you are only limited by your imagination, with options from long-range snipers to up-close and personal piano wire, and of course some rubber ducks. This collection or the base Hitman 3 game is on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS and Switch. Number 3. Alien Isolation. When a massive alien has you trapped on a spaceship, then being stealthy is probably a good idea, and it's also probably terrifying, which Alien Isolation conveys perfectly. The stealth horror game from Creative Assembly that launched in 2014 is the greatest stealth horror game ever made, and one you'll remember forever. The game is pretty simple. You are stuck on a spaceship searching for info on what happened to your mother, Ellen Ripley, from the film. But there's also a giant alien stalking you who will destroy you if it finds you. You need to sneak around the station, avoiding the surprisingly smart alien and hiding wherever you can when it gets close. There's nothing quite like hiding in a locker as the alien searches for you just inches away from your face. Horror fans or fans of the franchise will love this, but it's one everyone can enjoy if you have the composure for it. It's on PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Android and iOS. Number 2. Dishonored 2. Sometimes sequels fail to live up to the original, but Dishonored 2 takes what was great from the first game, gives you more toys to play with, and doesn't mess with the formula. So in many ways it's the perfect version of the original idea. Released in 2016 and developed by Arkane Lyon, the game allows you to play as original protagonist Corvo or a new character, and they each have their own abilities and styles. You are on a quest to reclaim the throne after the first game, but the format is largely the same. Make it through areas either taking down enemies in front of you or going all stealthy and sneak past them. With more abilities and ways of completing each area, it's a much bigger game and has improved stealth options with smarter AI. Fans of the first game or those who want a steampunk stealth adventure will love this, and it's on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. Number 1. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. When it comes to stealth games, there is no better franchise than Metal Gear Solid, and the 5th main series game is by far the best in the modern day. It's an RPG style epic that is all about stealth and redefined the genre when it launched in 2015. Developed by Konami with Hideo Kojima at the helm as director, Metal Gear Solid 5 is a third-person stealth shooter that features a massive open world that you need to sneak around. The stealth mechanics are simple, don't get seen, and there isn't a problem, but with tons of options for each scenario, and some very fun gadgets including one that lets you airlift enemies on a giant balloon. It has near infinite replayability. The story is hit and miss, but it's just so fun to run around and be in the world that this is easily the best stealth game available today. It's on PS3, PS4, Xbox One and PC and is a must-play for all stealth fans.